Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're going to be looking at AI-enhanced statistical process control.
SPC.
SPC, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And, you might be thinking statistics. But trust me, when you add AI, it gets pretty interesting.
It does, yeah.
And we've got some fascinating excerpts, actually, from a Stanford University report that go deep into this.
It's true. The combination of AI and SPC is pretty revolutionary. But before we get into all of that, let's rewind a little bit. Do you know where SPC originated?
Fill me in. I always like a good origin story.
Well, it all started back in the 1930s at Bell Labs.
Oh,
You know, a place known for just groundbreaking innovations, like the transistor.
Right.
It was there that Walter A. Shehart pioneered the use of statistical methods for quality control.
Okay.
And his work really laid the foundation for modern SPC, introducing the idea of using data to differentiate between normal variations in a process and those red flags that indicate something's amiss.
So instead of just hoping for the best, manufacturers could now use data to really understand what was happening.
Exactly. It was a game changer.
Yeah.
Shehart's work allowed manufacturers to spot potential problems early on and prevent them from just snowballing into major issues. And this is where another key figure enters the picture, W. Edwards Deming.
Ah, Deming, yeah. Wasn't he a big proponent of continuous improvement?
Absolutely. Deming saw the transformative potential of SPC and became a strong advocate for it being widely adopted.
Okay.
His work had a profound impact, especially in post-war Japan.
Now that you mentioned it, I do kind of remember learning about Deming's influence on Japan's industrial resurgence.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm curious, how did SPC specifically factor into that?
Well, Deming introduced SPC and his principles of total quality management to Japanese industries that were, very eager to rebuild.
Yeah.
SPC provided them with this really systematic approach to improving quality and efficiency. But what's fascinating is that the adoption of SPC wasn't just about fixing problems. It led to a cultural shift.
Interesting.
Japanese manufacturers embraced a mindset of continuous improvement, constantly looking for ways to refine their processes and deliver higher quality products. This focus on quality became a real hallmark of Japanese manufacturing and contributed significantly to their economic success.
So SPC wasn't just a tool, it was a catalyst.
Yes.
For a whole new way of thinking about manufacturing.
Exactly.
It's amazing how a seemingly simple concept could have such a ripple effect.
It is quite remarkable. By the 1980s, SPC had spread across industries in the U.S. and Europe, becoming a cornerstone of quality control in everything from manufacturing to healthcare.
Wow, that's a pretty impressive legacy. But I'm guessing this is where AI enters the scene, right? How does AI build upon this foundation?
You're right on the mark. AI and machine learning are propelling SPC into a new era. While traditional SPC was great for monitoring and controlling processes, it was primarily reactive. You'd wait for something to go wrong and then analyze the data.
Gotcha.
AI flips the script.
Oh.
It's all about prediction and prevention.
Okay, I'm intrigued. How is AI actually being used in SPC today? Can you give me some, concrete examples?
Yeah, one of the most exciting applications is in predictive maintenance.
Okay.
Imagine you have a critical piece of equipment in your factory.
Right.
In the past, you'd rely on scheduled maintenance or, even worse, wait for a breakdown.
Uh-oh.
But with AI, you can use sensors to collect real-time data on that equipment's performance.
Okay.
AI algorithms can then analyze that data and detect subtle changes that might signal an impending failure.
So instead of being caught off guard, you can address potential problems before they even arise.
Exactly.
Okay.
This allows for proactive maintenance, reducing downtime, and preventing costly disruptions.
That makes a lot of sense. And what about monitoring the actual manufacturing processes themselves?
Right.
How does AI come into play there?
Think about those classic control charts used in SPC.
Mm-hmm.
They're visual representations of a process's stability showing when things are in control and when they start to deviate.
Right.
But analyzing those charts can be time-consuming and require a trained eye to spot subtle patterns.
So AI steps in to help make sense of all that data.
Exactly.
Okay.
AI-powered systems can analyze those charts in real time, instantly flagging any deviations from the norm.
Wow.
They can even automatically adjust the control limits, making the whole system much more responsive.
That sounds incredibly valuable for anyone dealing with complex processes. I imagine it takes a lot of pressure off those responsible for monitoring those charts.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's all about making SPC more efficient, accurate, and proactive. And this is just the beginning. We haven't even touched on AI-powered visual inspection systems that are transforming quality control in industries like automotive manufacturing.
Now that you mention it, I've been curious about how AI is being used in those types of settings. Yeah. Let's dive into that, shall we?
Okay.
I've always been fascinated by those AI-powered systems you see in videos inspecting products on assembly lines.
Yeah.
It seems like something straight out of a sci-fi movie.
It's definitely an area where AI is making a big impact.
Yeah.
One of the most impressive examples comes from the automotive industry, where precision and quality control are absolutely paramount.
Right.
You think about the complexity of a modern car, all those intricate parts, the tight tolerances, and the sheer volume of vehicles being produced.
Mind-boggling. I can only imagine the headaches if a tiny defect slips through the cracks.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Even a small flaw can lead to major problems down the line, potentially even resulting in a costly recall.
Oh, wow.
That's where AI-powered visual inspection systems are proving to be game changers.
Okay.
Car manufacturers are using these systems equipped with higher resolution cameras and sophisticated AI algorithms to scrutinize every part for even the slightest imperfection.
So it's like having an army of microscopic inspectors constantly on the lookout for any deviations from the norm.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
These AI-powered systems can detect scratches, dents, misalignments, and other defects that might be invisible to the human eye.
Wow.
Especially at the speed modern production lines operate.
That level of accuracy is incredible. And I imagine it's much faster than relying on human inspectors, right?
Exactly. These systems can inspect parts at a rate that far surpasses human capabilities, which means increased production speed without compromising quality.
Wow.
And because they're powered by AI, they're constantly learning and improving their accuracy over time.
It sounds like a win-win situation.
Yeah.
Faster production, better quality, and fewer errors.
Exactly.
Are there other industries using AI-powered visual inspection in similar ways?
Absolutely. This technology is being adopted across a wide range of industries, from electronics manufacturing to pharmaceuticals.
Oh, wow.
Anywhere there's a need for high-precision quality control. AI-powered visual inspection is proving to be incredibly valuable.
Yeah.
It's really revolutionizing how we think about ensuring product quality.
It's amazing how AI and SPC are being combined to optimize so many different processes.
Right.
But I know that even with the most advanced technology, there can still be challenges.
Oh, of course.
What are some of the potential pitfalls that companies might encounter when implementing AI-enhanced SPC?
You're right. No technology is a silver bullet.
Right.
One common mistake is misinterpreting control limits.
Okay.
Those control charts we talked about earlier have upper and lower limits that define the acceptable range of variation in a process. However, people sometimes confuse these control limits with specification limits, which define the acceptable range for the final product itself.
So it's like using the wrong yardstick to measure success.
That's a perfect analogy, and it can lead to problems.
No.
If you focus too much on staying within the control limits, you might miss early warning signs that the process is drifting, which could eventually lead to products falling outside the specification limits.
That makes a lot of sense.
Right.
Are there other common challenges companies should be aware of?
Another frequent stumbling block is choosing the wrong type of control chart for the specific data being analyzed.
Right.
There are different charts designed for different situations.
Yeah.
And using the wrong chart can lead to inaccurate conclusions. It's crucial to understand the nuances of each chart and choose the one that's most appropriate for the data and the goal of the analysis.
So just like you wouldn't use a hammer to screw in a light bulb.
Right.
You need the right control chart for the job.
Exactly.
What about the human element? Does implementing AI-enhanced SPC require specialized skills?
You've hit on a really important point.
Okay.
One of the biggest challenges is bridging the knowledge and skills gap. These AI-powered SPC systems are complex, and effectively implementing and managing them requires expertise in both traditional SPC principles and the intricacies of AI and machine learning.
So it's not as simple as just plugging in some new software and letting it run things?
Definitely not. You need skilled individuals who can interpret the results, fine-tune the systems, and ensure they're being used appropriately.
Right.
And finding those individuals can be a challenge for many companies.
Yeah.
Especially since this field is still relatively new.
It sounds like there's a huge opportunity here for anyone with the right skills and knowledge in this area.
Absolutely.
But shifting gears a bit, what about data security? I imagine that with these systems collecting so much information, cybersecurity must be a major concern.
You're absolutely right to raise that issue.
Yeah.
Data security is paramount when you're dealing with AI-powered SPC,
Right.
especially since the data often includes sensitive production details that need to be protected.
So what steps can companies take to safeguard their data?
It starts with a robust cybersecurity infrastructure. Okay. Think of it as building a fortress around your data with layers of protection like access controls, encryption, and secure data transmission protocols.
Gotcha.
It's about preventing unauthorized access and ensuring that only authorized personnel can view or interact with sensitive information.
That makes sense, but it's not just about keeping external threats at bay, right?
Right.
There's also the issue of internal protocols.
Exactly. Having clear data governance policies is critical.
Okay.
These policies outline who has access to what data, how that data can be used, and what measures are in place to prevent misuse or unauthorized disclosure. It's about creating a culture of responsibility and accountability when it comes to handling sensitive data.
So it's a combination of technical safeguards and strong internal policies to ensure data security.
Right.
The only AI-enhanced SPC brings a lot of benefits,
Yes.
but it's definitely not without its challenges.
Right.
But looking ahead, I'm really curious to know what the future holds for this technology.
Okay.
What are some of the emerging trends that you're most excited about?
That's a great question.
I think one of the most exciting aspects is the increasing autonomy of these systems.
Yeah.
Right now, a lot of SPC still relies on human expertise
Yeah.
to set up control charts, interpret data,
Right.
and make adjustments. But with advancements in machine learning,
Right.
we're moving towards a world where SPC systems can do a lot of that heavy lifting themselves.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
So less human intervention, more AI taking the reins.
Yeah.
That sounds like a huge shift.
It is. Imagine SPC systems that can analyze massive amounts of data,
Right.
learn from past patterns,
Yeah.
and make real-time adjustments without needing human input.
It's like having a self-driving car, but for your manufacturing processes.
exactly.
Love that.
Yeah.
And how does this tie into the bigger picture of Industry 4.0
Right.
and the concept of smart factories?
Well, AI-enhanced SPC is a core component of that Industry 4.0 vision. As manufacturing systems become more interconnected and complex,
Right.
you need a way to manage that complexity effectively.
Yeah.
AI-powered SPC systems can act as the central nervous system of a smart factory,
Interesting.
constantly monitoring everything,
Yeah.
ensuring smooth operation, and continuously optimizing for both quality and efficiency.
So it's like having an AI conductor
Yes.
leading the orchestra of machines and processes,
Yeah.
making sure everything's in sync and performing at its best. I love that image.
It's a good one.
But with all this talk of AI taking on more responsibility,
Yeah.
what does it mean for the human workers in these factories?
Right.
Are robots coming to steal our jobs?
Well, that's a question a lot of people have.
Yeah.
And it's certainly understandable,
Yeah.
but I think the reality is much more nuanced.
Okay.
While it's true that some tasks that were previously done by humans will likely be automated by AI,
Right.
it doesn't mean humans are becoming obsolete.
Okay.
In fact, I believe it creates new and exciting opportunities.
So instead of replacing human workers, AI is more about augmenting their skills
Exactly.
and freeing them up to focus on higher level tasks.
Think about it. If AI is handling the routine monitoring, analysis, and adjustments,
Right.
it frees up human workers to focus on things like process improvement, problem solving, and innovation, tasks that require creativity, critical thinking,
Yeah.
and that uniquely human touch.
It's like a partnership with AI and humans working together,
Yeah,
each playing to their strengths.
precisely.
And as these AI-enhanced SPC systems become more sophisticated,
Right.
there will be a growing demand for people who understand how to design, implement, and manage them.
Absolutely.
It's not just about technical skills either.
Yeah.
The ability to work effectively alongside AI, to understand its capabilities and limitations,
Right.
will become increasingly valuable.
Yeah, it will.
It sounds like the factories of the future will need a workforce that's skilled in both the technical aspects of AI and the essential human skills that are irreplaceable.
Absolutely. Those who are prepared to embrace this AI-powered future, to learn and adapt, will be the ones who thrive.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground today, from the historical roots of SPC to the cutting edge of AI.
We have.
It's clear that this field is on an incredible trajectory shaping the future of manufacturing and beyond.
It's very exciting.
And to our listeners, we hope you found this deep dive informative and thought-provoking. We've only scratched the surface of this topic, and we encourage you to continue exploring. AI is revolutionizing the way we approach quality control and process optimization, and it's a wave that's only going to get bigger. So stay curious, keep learning, and who knows, maybe you'll be the one shaping the future of AI enhanced SPC. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time on The Deep Dive.